Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Shanna with Intentionally Designed, and I am planning out the week of the 10th through the 16th for my daily sheets. A couple of videos ago I did say that I wouldn't be using stickers on the daily sheets anymore because it just makes this just too thick and it's too hard to write. So I'm not going to be using it for the rest of the year. And in my new Erin Condren, I won't be using sticker kits either. I will use the sticker kits for just the monthly views, but not for the days. I did order a Moxie Life goal setting system, and I know that the coil on there is much larger. So I may just move sticker kits into that, but for my daily duo for work, I will not. So I'm just going to be using my highlighters and black pen. All of it is the Pilot Friction Erasables. I like it just because if I mess up, I don't want to use whiteout. I like being able to just erase, and to me they erase very well. And because the paper is so thick, it doesn't really do any kind of damage. So what I did last week, and I didn't film it only because I really wanted to just kind of figure it out, is I had been writing my daily routines here, but what I decided to do is put them up here. And I do like how it actually ends up turning out. And my AM routine is a modification to Hal Elrod's savers from his book, The Miracle Morning. So I've just adjusted them to fit me and my needs, and it works really well. So I have silence, affirmations, visualization, exercising, reading. This reading is for personal growth. Breakfast, my vitamins, and my gratitude. See, those are the mess ups that I'm talking about. I don't like whiteout, so I like to be able to just erase it. As you can see, it just comes right off. There we go. And that little mark that I made there. So what I did was, and I really liked it, is I just put here AM routines, and then I drew a box around it, and I did play. I put some color around it, but what I do like is I like to align it with the color that it goes to from my Moxie Life. So for example, the exercise and breakfast and vitamin goes with blue, which is health and wellness. Silence, I actually put for the spiritual and personal growth section. So I have silence, affirmations, visualization there. Oh, and gratitude. And then I put the reading under work and learning, because I just felt like it went with it. So on here, every Monday I do have meetings at 9:30. I have a meeting at 12, which is a one-on-one, and the next meeting I cannot remember, but I think it's either 2 or 2:30, and I need, because that one changed. But I have a note here that at 2 o'clock I have a playground meeting, but I don't think that's right. I need to, no, it's on the 12th, so this one's not correct. All right, that must have been an old note. Again, love the erasing. Then I have to be at one of my locations And then at 7, I have my personal coach. And then what I did here, which I really love how this looks when people do it. So I will go down to 4, and I will just cut across to 4. Now I will probably use like stickers, like the little like cute little icon type stickers, I guess, just like little accent stickers. So I will put them in. I haven't decided yet if I'll go in to my office for tomorrow, but it might be best because I have a meeting down there, so, but I'll decide. And then spiritual and personal growth is for my life coach meeting, so I'm just gonna highlight it here. And I've decided this is how I will incorporate my Moxie life into my daily duo, because that's always been like a struggle for me, that I wanted to make sure that I was you know, putting my Moxie life in, because I want to be able to see my goals front and center. So again, I will start with just the daily routines. Oop. You're seeing my erasing in all its glory. Okay. And then gratitude. Oop, that's what I forgot to do, is I do have this little, it's like this little, I think I used that one for my gratitude. And I want to see, how did I draw it out? Oh, my biggest win. So I put 2, and I can just trace them here. This is really neat. I got it off of Amazon. It has so many different stencils. I'll show you in just a second. And it really wasn't that expensive, you know. I think it was less than $15. So it's just called Journal Stencils, and it came with a lot of different types of stencils. So it's got the alphabet, numbers, characters, months. This is cute. Like if you draw out, you can see that. Weather stencils, grids. I don't know what you would use those grids for. I haven't really dug into any of these. This is neat. That little honeycomb could be some sort of habit tracker of some kind, or a mood tracker. Oh, this little tiny calendar, isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I like that. This, again, I'm not sure, but there are just so many different types. That's nice. Huh. And banners. I know people can free draw them. I cannot. And then just some words. And just some little stencils. This one's really nice. When I was putting my Moxie Life reflections page at the end of the week, this is what I was using. I really liked it. So I really do like these. Again, I just got them off of Amazon. I'd say I'd link them, but I don't know how to do stuff like that yet on here. So here I'm just gonna write gratitude, and then my biggest win. I've been watching this creator. Her name is Angie Belmar. She has a planner system. It's not a planner that I would use, but I love her videos. She's very inspiring. I think that she's got really good ideas when it comes to goal setting. And so I ordered a book from her. Actually, I ordered two. One is called My Dream Life Blueprint, and I'm using it to kind of help me set up my thought process for when I fill out my Moxie life. And then she has another book which I'll start after the blueprint book, which is Know Your Worth. So I really love the workbook. It just kind of makes you really kind of think deeply, and I'm really loving that. So yeah, there's that. So Tuesday I do have a doctor's appointment. And it's for blood work. And of course, that is health and wellness. So it will be a blue, and then I will head into work after here. And I'll probably just stay until closing just to get into a habit. Of course, the tasks and everything I will do once I have them set. This weekend I had all of my grandkids with me, and not all at the same time. I started with one on Friday night, then his mom came and picked him up this morning around 10:30, and then I left, and my son and I went and picked up my other two grandchildren, his nephews, and we took them to the zoo. So there hasn't been a really lot of time for planning, which is okay, because one of my goals for the year has been to really spend a lot of time with my family. So that's very, very important to me. So we did that, and that's why this is kind of simple right now. All right, so we're heading into Wednesday. Same thing. So I would love to hear from you if you are like a beginning of the year with vision boards, goal setting. I do. I have a very big vision board party that I do with my team at work, and that's happening in just a couple of weeks. So I'm very excited for that. But on a personal level, I had found the Moxie Life system, and I just am so excited for the end of the year, for the beginning of the year, because of all of the growth that I've made. I've made more growth in this year than I have in all the years that I've been doing a vision board. And it's not because I don't think that vision boards work. It's just because I don't think I was doing them correctly. Like, I don't think that you can just put the pictures on a board and then everything magically happens. I mean, you have to work towards them. And so the way you set the goals, you know, each month, and you reflect each quarter is just very helpful for me. So yeah, that is working for me there. Let's see, health and wellness, and then it's my mindset. Oh, I did miss, yeah. So what do you do on your weekends? How do you fill up your day? Mine, oops, look at that. I put the wrong color. Mine look different every weekend. They really do. And I think I really need to set a tone for, oh no, that was the right one. I need to set a tone for how I'm gonna do the weekends, because I think it's really important that I have weekends to myself. Well, this is in person. So yeah, I need to make sure that I've got the time to like reset my house and everything, because I feel very like flustered when I am not organized with my day, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. It's just how I am. I need order. I just need order in my life. So this is interesting. So I have work, I have a training, and then I have work. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'll probably color this in, and then, so I'll just go across like that. To kind of represent that it's a little different than just being at work. And then I'll color in, not color in, but like highlight the rest of the border. I will at least, yeah, I'll need to leave as soon as my last meeting is over, because I need to come home for another meeting, which is at 6:30. And that'll probably be, I'll say till 8, just so I have enough time for it. All right, so then we have a demo, and I have, I'll write the time, virtual, advisory meeting, okay, and then gratitude, and then that's it for there. Okay, now, actually I'm thinking of something I need to make sure that I do on Monday, which is, perfect. Okay. So now up here, SAVER, vitamins and gratitude. And there we go. Perfect. Let's see what's going on. Thursday. So, is that 6:30 or 6? 6:30. Okay, so here I have another meeting. 6:30. Collab. And that's a virtual meeting. That will probably run until I'm going to take a guess and say 8. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. Okay. And then work will be, I could use to make straighter lines, but I'm kind of rushing through this, if you can't tell. I want to make sure I'm out the door by 5 so I can be home to do the last meeting. I can work from home, so that's a luxury that I have. Oops. So much cleaner when I use the ruler. Okay. So it's Thursday. I can't put that meeting on there until I have until I email and find out. So VAS and then health. Boop, boop, and boop. Okay, and I need to do the grid. And I did it on there. Okay. So, have you all started decorating for Christmas? I have not. I don't start decorating for Christmas until Thanksgiving. It's just kind of my thing. I turn on the Thanksgiving Day parade and I put up my tree and I decorate my tree. And I sometimes decorate, like if I put up my Christmas village, I will put that up before Thanksgiving. But I just don't know that I'm going to have time for it because I've got to put together, I've got all the things. Ooh, that makes, I need to order, sleep masks. Let me just put that. Little side note. That's how my wine works. But yeah, if I put up my village, then I'll put that up before. But some years I don't. You know, it really just kind of depends on what is happening in my life. And honestly, in the past years, Christmas I haven't been really enthused about it. I don't know why. It could be just because I'm, learning to adapt, not having small children anymore, and my children who have children, they want to be at their house and have Christmas at their house, and just kind of learning how to adjust myself and what I like to do, and my routines, rituals, because it's not easy. It's not easy to just change it up. So past few years have just been kind of learning to navigate it, but I'm kind of excited for this year. I'm gonna be going Christmas Eve to my son and daughter-in-law's house for a Christmas Eve party. And sorry, I dropped the pen. And then Christmas, I will have them come over for Christmas and Christmas dinner. And they'll be able to have like their Christmases at their house, with their family. And I'll get my nighttime, so I'm excited for that. But Thanksgiving, I usually make like a turkey and the trimmings, just, kind of depending on what sounds good, or what I'm in the mood for. So, but I always do a turkey on Thanksgiving and a ham on Christmas. My kids hate turkey. Like, I shouldn't say they hate turkey, but like they do. They don't like they don't like it. But, you know, it's tradition, right? Let's see here. We've got 9. There's my ruler. I am moving. So one day a week I spend with my daughter and my grandson. We used to do Mondays, but I've decided to move them to Friday. Let me just make sure that health department isn't there. No. Because I'm like, to me, it just will make sense, you know, to finish it out. She was like, yeah, that sounds good for her. You know, she's a stay-home mom, so she can adjust her schedule however she needs to. Oh, okay, I've got a trainual meeting here. And this is and row. Now, family and relationships is purple. And we'll probably, if I had to take a guess, stop around 5. But I'll put it to 6. It's better to block it out longer, right? Than it is to do shorter. And then I'll be home, and my other 2 grandchildren are coming over, and they are spending the weekend with me. And they'll be here till Sunday. Just do that for them. I'll get the hang of the whole highlighter thing. That's why I didn't want to like film me doing my like very first one, because I was like, I wasn't sure that I was gonna like what I did. So, but woke up today and my air conditioning is not working right. And I feel so hot and muggy. I have to call the AC guy in the morning for him. There's something wrong. I live in a condo, and there's something wrong from my understanding. I'm not really 100% sure, but it's like my understanding that whatever the pipe is that brings in the Freon, I guess, to the inside, or I guess it's called Freon, there's a leak or a hole somewhere, because he has to come like once a week and fill it up with Freon. And because I live in a condo, you know, HOA, there's like all of these rules, and it's so frustrating, you know, because it's like every week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, I'm so hot, and I don't like to be hot. Like, that's like, I could never be stranded on an island. You know, there's going, what if you're stranded on an island? No, I can't be stranded on an island. I need an air conditioner. Like, I'm the kind of person who goes camping in a cabin with a bathroom and AC. Like, I have to have AC. It puts me in such a bad mood to not have AC. So, yeah, that is not fun. So I'm hoping he will be able to get out tomorrow to fill it back up until he can actually do the work. And I'm hoping, let's say I'm manifesting my AC to be fixed, because this is rough, like so rough. I'm just gonna say, I don't know if I've said before, but I live in Florida, so it is ugh, it's hot. Like, I know some states are starting to get cold, and it's not for me. It's not cold at all. It's so hot. I think it was like 80 something degrees. And it's, you know, it's not always so much just the heat either. It is the humidity, like how humid it gets. It's just miserable. So yeah, I gotta get that. Definitely need that before the boys get here. I can't have them in my house with no air conditioner because that's just awful. And I shouldn't say there's no air conditioner because I still have it running. It runs at, like, what I do is I like raise it so it's always matching the degree of air inside, just so that air can be circulating, because you know, you need circulating air, and there's no way I'm opening the doors. It's too hot for that. So if you don't move and you keep all of the lights off, which isn't fun at all, but it can stay, like, at least tolerable. I am not on the ground floor, and I'm not on the tippy top, so I have some nice insulation, right? So I have the apartment above me and the apartment below me, so that helps. And I don't have a ton of windows. Well, sort of, kind of. So I have 2 windows at the front of my apartment, and then I have the windows in my room and my living room. Like, the whole wall is a window, you know. So when the sun goes down, it can get a little rough with the heat, especially in my room, because my room has vertical blinds, but they're floor to ceiling blinds, but they're like, I don't know, cloth or something. I don't know how to describe those, but the ones in the living room are your traditional, like, hard plastic. So when you keep those closed, it really insulates the you know, the window, so the sun is not getting in. But my room can just really increase in heat, so I've got to make sure that I've got my my fans going, and, you know, lights off. I try to keep all the lights off. So yeah, that is how my day has been with no AC. It's hot. It's super hot. I love when I get to, like, see, like, people's videos, and they're, like, up north, and they're oh, my windows are open. I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. Because, I mean, when it's cold here, which is very few and far between, that is definitely something that I do. Is I open the windows and I let that cool air circulate, but it isn't here yet. So, but we've reached Sunday. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any ideas for me on how I could decorate, I would love to hear. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll be back with actually an unboxing of my Moxie Life order. So I hope you come back for that. Have a great day. Bye.